Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry, I was swallowing something. I was having a little bit of pizza from this pizza place I got it from just a moment ago, or they delivered it like 10 minutes ago or something like that. So I'm returning to you for an album review, and sorry for the long delay for this album review. I was supposed to do it earlier this morning, but I had things to do. There was an AC guy that came out to my house and other things like that. So it was basically a busy morning going into afternoon time. So I'm returning to you now for this new album review by the HU, and this is for their new album Rumble of Thunder that I just got done listening to for their 13 track album, which consists of a runtime of an hour and 8 minutes or something like that. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this HU album, the HU Rumble of Thunder, and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive right into this album review. Sorry, I was kind of burping for a second, so please forgive me on that. Basically, backs just to fresh your, just to give you an idea of what you're going to be in for with this album. They're a Mongolian throat singing band, and they do folk metal and other types of metal as well. Mostly folk metal. So basically, it starts with the first song, This is Mongol, and it was pretty good. I really like how all four members are putting a lot of effort into making this sound good. So, really enjoyed this track. So, 5 out of 5 for the first song, This is Mongol. Yut Havende, or Havende, I believe is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. You'll have to remind me in the comment section below if I pronounced it right or not. Basically, this was my least favorite. It was a good track in its own way, but had slight problems with some of the execution and the delivery with the vocals because they made it feel uneasy to listen through. But still, 4.5 out of 5 for this one. It's solid in its own way, so it's a good track, but not the best. But still, next song is Triangle. Sorry if I said but still. Um, I was trying to say something on top of that, but it made me realize, oh, well, I already rated the song, so better move on to the next one. Please forgive me on my tiredness too. It's just and my curly hair. It's just I had to go out this morning too to run errands, and I'm a little tired too. I just want to pretty much get this review out to you guys, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. But Triangle is a really good song. Really like the Mongolian throat singing in this one. And the folk metal sounds and the instrumentation is really good. They really experiment a lot with this track and it sounds really good. Mostly through this whole album they experiment with and it sounds pretty good. So Triangle, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Really enjoyed this track, so highly recommend checking it out. Teach Me is another good song that they did. Pretty good song. Sounds really good with the Mongolian throat singing. The execution of the track sounds really good, and it flows naturally. So I like the throat singing in it too. So it's pretty good. 5 out of 5 for Teach Me. Really enjoyed the instrumentation in the track too as well. Upright Destined Mongol was a pretty good song too. And I'll give this a 5 out of 5. I really like how it's sounding instrumentally, and the throat singing from all four members sound really good. So, pretty much enjoying how it's sounding. So, 5 out of 5. Sell the World was my least favorite. It's probably the weakest song on this album, but in my personal opinion, but still, it does decently to perform decently, I guess you could say. So 4 out of 5 for this one. It's just certain Mongolian throat singing I don't know if I'm getting behind on. And it's in a language for Mongolian, so you're not going to be getting English singing. You'll get the English titles, but not the English singing because they sing in Mongolian with their throat singing. So, yeah. but still, 4 out of 5 for Sell the World. I just don't know if I'm connecting with certain throat singing. Sorry, I hiccuped for a second. Black Thunder is the next song, and that was a pretty good one. This is just a shorter version. There's a longer version, which is the final song, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But still, Black Thunder was really good. Like the experimentation with the instrumentation, and um, just the Mongolian throat singing sounds pretty good in this one. So 5 out of 5 for this one. Mother Nature. This was a song I had to repeat so many times just to see if it would grow on me, and it has. It's a really good one. There's some throat singing I'm not sure if I'm connecting with, but other than that, I really enjoyed this track, so 5 out of 5. By BLG, I believe is how you pronounce it. I might be pronouncing it wrong, or BLG, or something like that. BLG, or I don't know. I might be pronouncing it very messed up, honestly. So, still good song. So 5 out of 5. Really enjoyed this one and had a good time listening to it. CG was pretty good, or pretty solid, I meant to say. Sorry if I said pretty good. It's a solid track. There's certain throat singing I'm not sure if I'm connecting with, but it still performs solidly, so 4.5 out of 5. She who Huti Hutu, or however you pronounce it. I don't know. I'm not good with pronouncing Mongolian words sometimes, so please forgive me on that. Um 4.5 out of 5 for this one. There's certain throat singing I'm not sure if I'm connecting with in this track as well, but it still performs solidly, so it's good in its own way, so 4.5 out of 5. Tartar, or Tartar Warrior, I believe is how you pronounce it. Um, Pretty good song. It's the second to last track before you get to the final song, and it sounds really good. So 5 out of 5. Like the throat singing in this track, and basically the production and the mixing is pretty well done in this song. So 5 out of 5. Black Thunder Extended is the final track on the album, and it was a 9-minute song, but it did very well. I really like this one, and how it's sounding overall. So 5 out of 5. Overall production, mixing, and execution, I think the HU's new album Rumble of Thunder was a good listen for sure. Has a few weak songs on here, but it still performed good in its own way. So it's a good album in its own way. So overall, I think the HU's new album Rumble of Thunder, in my opinion, is a good listen. Highly recommend you check it out if you haven't listened to it yet. It is Mongolian throat singing and folk metal, so if this is not the style for you, you'd have to find something else to listen to, because it's not everyone's cup of tea. But first score for me, I'm giving the HU's new album Rumble of Thunder an 8 out of 10. This was a good listen. Definitely recommend checking it out for your new albums to check out for September 2nd. And yeah, anyways, 8 out of 10 for the HU Rumble of Thunder. So comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of this album review I did. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It may not be my best album review, but I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Let me know what you guys thought of this HU Rumble of Thunder album if you've listened to it already. And if you enjoyed this album review for the HU Rumble of Thunder, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will have another album review for Miss May I's new album. It's something Curse of Existence or something like that. Yeah, I thought it was called Novelist, but I guess I was wrong. So it might have been another album I was thinking of, but still thought this was a good album. And it took me a little bit to finish it, but I still enjoyed it. It's almost a pretty good album, but it's going to be on my decent to good albums of 2022 by the end of the year. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed the HU Rumble of Thunder album review. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. The Miss May I album review will be next, but before that, I'm going to do the Pierce the Veil track review. Listen to it again for Past the Nirvana and give you my initial take on it. So stay safe, take care, guys, and as always, I will see you in my next review.